Edmonton's longest-running winter festival, Silver Skate, is continuing in Hawrelak Park this weekend. As part of the festival, Frisbee Rob is attempting 2 Guinness World Records, and he's here to tell us all about it this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here. I see you brought your partner, you brought some hardware there, so we're going to talk about all of this. Now, you're attempting 2 world records this weekend, one for the maximum time aloft and one for the throw, run, catch. What do these mean? How does that work?
So there's an event we compete at in an overalls competition, and you can think of an overalls like a heptathlon. So there's different events in that. So self-caught flight is the event that encompasses maximum time aloft and throw, run, catch. Throw, skate, catch, I guess, this weekend. But
I guess so, yeah.
No running on the ice. But yeah, so basically I'm throwing this disc into the air, skating after it and catching it, and we measure the total time that it's in the air from when I threw it to when I catch it, and the total distance from where I threw it to where I catch it.
Is there any difference between that Frisbee you use and the Frisbee, we would all use or our kids would use? Or
Yeah, so normally when you throw a disc, you throw it flat, it goes flat. So this one, if you throw it flat, it actually will fall away.
Oh, okay.
So it's better for these kind of distances because you're throwing it with an edge and then it floats down nice. And then this disc, which is what Davey and I throw, is same kind of thing. It's very flat when I throw it. And it doesn't go as far, and different weights on it. So most people are used to an ultimate Frisbee disc, which is quite heavy compared to these discs.
Okay.
So it's a lot lighter.
So it's more in the toss and the release than it is about the actual Frisbee itself.
Yeah, and the wind for sure.
Have you attempted a world record before, or is this a first for you?
I actually hold 6 world records.
6?
And Davey and I hold 1 Guinness, and I hold my own Guinness as well, all in flying disc.
All in flying disc? Wow, how did you do all that?
Somewhat luck. People found me. It kind of started, I guess, last year. A TV station in China found me on YouTube and invited me over to attempt a Guinness record. And then from there, Davey and I have set a couple records in different dog competitions. And
so practice makes perfect, I'm thinking.
It's all about practice.
For sure. What kind of training regimen have you been doing in your preparations for your attempts? Like, do you work on this every day, twice a day? Like, what do you do with it?
A lot of it is in the gym.
Yeah.
So working out, getting the legs ready, getting the cardio ready, going on the ice and actually practicing the catching and the throwing and the skating together, and then going out into the field and practicing the throwing. So
have you been skating all your life? Is that a natural thing for you to skate, and this is just another addition to that, or? Yeah,
I started figure skating probably when I was about a year old, and then in grade 5, I was kind of made fun of for figure skating, so I switched to hockey, and then played hockey for 7 years from there.
Right.
But yeah, skating to me is the most natural thing I do, other than throwing a disc, I'd say.
Okay. And how did you put the two together? Like, what made you come up with that idea? Just.
I went to Worlds a couple years ago and met Tim Mackey, who actually holds the record. He's from Minnesota, and he set them 22 years ago.
Oh wow.
And no one's really challenged them since then. So he told me he wanted a Canadian hockey player to break it, if anything. So a Canadian used to play hockey, so here I am.
And you're self-taught. You know lessons. This is all self-teaching for you, rather than on.
Yeah, there's not really any videos teaching this. You kind of learn from people. You learn from the guys who are in their 60s and invented these sports basically, and can teach you it. Yeah,
this is kind of the first I've heard of it, but it sounds really interesting. And then you do some work with your doggy there as well, eh?
Yeah, so he lives in Edmonton, which is nice for me. I don't have to hang out with him all the time. He's a little high maintenance, but I go to competitions with him, practice with him every couple of weeks, and make sure we get a lot of throwing in, and he loves catching a disc.
All right. Hey, well, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
We wish you the very best. I hope it goes really well for you. That's really good news. The Frisbee World Record attempt is today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Hawrelak Park. For more information, go to silverskatefestival.org.